Hello everyone and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. I am Paco Garcia, your host, and this is the RPG A Day 2021 edition. Today I am going to talk about fear. Just in case you don't know, this is a series of videos in which we talk every single day during the month of August about role-playing games. This is an initiative that was started by Dave Chapman, and you can find more information about it in his blog Autocratic. I just thought I need to mention this. I've been doing this in previous videos, so I need to keep doing it now. But let's talk fear. Fear is jolly hard to do. Damn. Seriously, not scare, not jump scares, which can be very scary and frightful, but real fear is very hard to do for several reasons. Firstly, because you need to know what people around the table fear. It's not always easy to find because not everybody fears the same things, but also because if you take people to the fear zone, it can stop being fun to actually be quite anxious or anxiety inducing, which is not good. It's not good at all. I reckon that fear is one of those skills that, to be perfectly honest, you must learn by doing. I don't think there are two ways around it. And you have to take a great risk at, trying to frighten your players, and either not doing it well enough so they will think it's not scary, or doing it too well and for them to actually have a bad time. It's a very hard balance to do. The one thing is that you always have to mention it beforehand, though. That is super important. You cannot strike fear on people without them knowing that that fear is coming, because they deserve to know. It's as simple as that. And it's not a big deal to tell them, hey, there's going to be some scary content in this adventure. If you're scared easily, then go elsewhere. Talk to people. It's always important. Communication is key. So it's a very hard thing to do. How do I do it? Well, I use my surroundings an awful lot. My physical surroundings, like turning the lights down, using loud sounds from a little speaker, or maybe even using some props that would make things look like they are scary. And this is something that you have to be very careful, because if you do like I did once, throw a bunch of small spiders on the table and somebody around the table is arachnophobic, that ain't gonna go down well. Okay, that really is not gonna go down well at all. So that's the thing, you have to be very careful, and you don't want to make those mistakes because it's just not necessary. I'd rather not have people that scared and the game to be able to continue than putting somebody in a situation where they will need the game to stop, and everyone will be worried about that person afterwards. It's just, I don't know, it's just not me. But I do like to use my environments a lot, especially light. I even have a little strobe which again you have to be very careful, because if somebody has epilepsy, it can be horrific. So I think the safest methods to use for a fear game are sounds, lights, control the tone of the light if you possibly can, and some props. But if you're going to use some props, be mindful that there are no phobias around. But other than that, I'd love to hear, how do you instill some fear in your players? Because it can be quite elaborate. I have a friend who literally had somebody hidden in a different room for a couple of hours, until the moment came when he got a sign and he had to come into a very darkened room dressed up as a deep one. And there were people who paid themselves. No kidding. They couldn't help themselves. So I'd love to hear how you do fear, and how do you cope with fear around the table, because that is also a key element in all of this. I'll talk to you tomorrow.